Randwick, we are 5 off, and this is the first of our many features on the program today. The Qantas listed Wiggle Quality. Favourite, Gwendolyn, number 4. Max Lees is the trainer, the Ferry King mare for Sue Suduk. Last start winner of the Breeders' Stakes at Warwick Farm 2 weeks ago today. Donasia firms in the 2. Gay Waterhouse and Jim Cassidy. Gay looking for 3 winners on the card. And hasn't been far away. Its first 2 runs back. Card Queen, Alan Bailey prepared, Glenn Collis's ride, and then to Gilded Wings, number 12, which is Gerald Ryan trained mare by Flying Spur. Back to the track for the late mail. First to Matthew Browning.
OK, Brendan, thanks. First, the black type races coming up at Randwick. It's the Qantas Airways Wiggle Quality over 1,400 metres. The very, very firm favourite, the well-tried commodity here is Gwendolyn, number 4 from the Max Lee stable, and she looked good too.
She did, Matt, and when I arrived on course, she was the late mail too. She did beat these other fillies and mares last start pretty well too, I thought. She hadn't run for a few weeks before that last start, so it was probably whether she likes to be kept fresh, I'm not quite sure, but she looked hard fit in the parade. She certainly hasn't gone backwards since that win. Max Lees has got her going very well at the moment, so put her on top. I thought number 2, Danacia, she ran in that same race and was a beaten favourite. Got beat about, just over 4.5 lengths. She has got to improve a little bit today, but that was her second up run. She might run better here today, third up too, and I just thought she's a little bit fitter and would probably appreciate that little bit extra distance too. I thought the 2 Queensland fillies had run well. Number 8, which is Card Queen, and number 12, Gilded Wings. There's not a real lot between them on form and on looks. They both paraded beautifully here. I think whatever probably gets the luck in running. Card Queen has probably got the best alley, and she's a last start Doomben winner, drawn barrier 2, where Gilded Wings is drawn out in 10. She's got blinkers on today, and she's a lovely big filly by Flying Spur, I should say mare, from the Gerald Ryan stable, so I give her a good chance in the race too. And number 15, Lady Viola, I thought had a bit of a hope this morning. She's a little bit uneasy on course. She was a good run here on the inside track at her debut when running second, but she didn't probably parade as well as I'd like to have seen her here today, so I had to leave out of my numbers. So 4, 2, 8 and 12.
4, 2, 8, 12 for the Wiggle Quality. Gwendolyn, very firm favourite here. If you were backing her on any of the TABs, in fact, New South Wales, Super Tab, Unitab, you're doing better than punters here at Randwick. Second pick is Danacia, number 2. There's good support for Danacia. Card Queen has been a drifter, but she remains the 3rd pick on the TAB. And just in going back to you, Brendan, we've just seen Shogun Lodge have a gallop in between races here at Randwick. I can give you his times. He galloped 800 metres in 53.2. His last 600 in 38.28, and his last 200 he really picked up the bit and came home in 10.57. He looked terrific, Shogun Lodge, and we're looking forward to seeing him back at the races. One of Sydney's favourite horses. 4th here at Randwick, due soon.
OK, Matty, of course he's a half brother to Referral and Singing the Blues, all 3 of them being Group 1 winners, being out of Pride of Tarnee. Well, the Adelaide Magic Millions isn't too far away. Let's hear more from the rider of It's Houdini, Stephen Baster.
Do you know much about Harry Houdini?
Not a lot, but this little filly, she's got a lot of tricks up her sleeve as well, and she can be a bit of a handful, but if everything goes right, she's got to be a good chance in this today.
Because from the barrier, you're going to have to do a little Houdini trick yourself. You're drawing 14. What's your intention?
Yeah, we're going to have to reach into the bag of tricks from there and just basically hope for a bit of luck and see if we can slot in somewhere. I would have preferred to have drawn 2, obviously, but we're there and we'll just have to do our best from there. You
did ride her back down the straight at Flemington. It was a dead-rated track. Can she go forward if you needed to?
Well, there's only 4 of us went down the inside, and I only sat behind the 2 leaders and got a little bit of cover early. You know, she was only having a first start, and she finished off very well. So I'll just ride her where she's happy. I won't push her and I won't ease her back. I'll just ride her where she's comfortable.
6-3 Miss Powerbird. Have you ridden her in track work at all?
Yeah, I've actually trialled her a couple of times this time in, and she seems to be going quite nice. Unfortunately, in Melbourne it keeps raining, and she's not the best on the rain-affected tracks. So hopefully over here with this good weather, she can run a really good race.
She's got a really good first up record after all, hasn't she?
Yeah, I think she's had 4 starts for 3 wins first up, so I'm looking forward to riding. I think she's probably my best ride for the day.
You ridden Cheltenham much?
Yeah, I've ridden here quite a bit, and I've ridden a fair few winners here, so hopefully we can ride another few couple today.
Stephen Baster, always a delight to catch up with. Correct weight is there at Eagle Farm, 11, 3, 2, and 4th went the way of number 9. 11, 3, 2 and 9. Michael Carl, Matt Tremble combined. Well, interesting races. We kick into the first of our big group races or stakes races from Randwick. This is the listed Qantas Wiggle Quality as we wiggle on trackside to Ian Craig.
Thanks, Bren, and just commenting to our radio audience here, the amount of money on track late for Gwendolyn. She really has been very heavily supported. Whether she's up to it, time will tell. Many think she'll win it, of course, and she's better on the tote. 320, 180. 1400 metres and in a chute, and they join the course proper near the 1100 metres. Sophisticat comes up with Danacia, and there's about 4 left to move in. Previous race of the day won by emerging star Brian York. Number 2 beat 6 Lavishly, 1 Chatelaine and 3 Wheat. Fleecing took the second and Honey Rider won the first. Shogun Lodge galloped after the fourth. Looked very good. And as John joins us, 4 to move in here. Shogun Lodge looked very good galloping after the 4th event of the day. He was clocked to run his 800 hand time, 53.20, 638.28, last 210.57. He really looked good going down to the line, Shogun Lodge, and obviously the Doncaster might be his main mission this autumn. What a race that's going to be, eh? Now over here at the 1400 metres, we're waiting for the riderless Sophisticat to come in. Floridays, and you had your warning of the others with Betrill. Betrill back in the care of Clary Connors now. Gwendolyn, she's $3, $1.70. Looked very, very good winning at Warwick Farm. She's been very, very heavily backed here in the ring, Gwendolyn. Trained by Max Lees. His horses are going well, Max's, aren't they? Around about this time of year, he's always had a reasonably good filly or mare. Anyway, is this another case in point? We'll soon know. Off this time and a great start. Immediately Lady Viola got back and Gwendolyn got squeezed out and she's gone to Stone Motherless last, and Card Queen is the early leader from Miss Doopsy. Then Perfect Halo, deeper out is Faith Hill, followed by Larius, and then Floridays and Sophisticat, and wide out is Danacia. Veloci next nearer to the inside from Betrill, a length and a half away next on the run Gilded Wings, followed by Lady Viola. Asia is third last from You Had Your Warning, and Gwendolyn a big task ahead of her last. They come to the side and the leader here is Card Queen. A length on Perfect Halo, Faith Hill on the outside of Miss Doopsy. Danacia doing it hard and tough, followed by Floridays, Larius, Sophisticat, Betrill. Then Veloci, Gilded Wings, followed over on the inside by Lady Viola. You Had Your Warning. Gwendolyn has passed one, and that is Asia. To the turn they travel at the 500 marker, and the Queenslander Card Queen shows the way. A length on Danacia in third position. Perfect Halo, Miss Doopsy hugging the fence from Faith Hill, Floridays, Larius, Betrill, and Gwendolyn's got 3 behind her. 2:50 to go, and Card Queen nursed along a length. Miss Doopsy into the clear. You Had Your Warning is coming down the outside. They race to the 150. You Had Your Warning is out after Card Queen. You Had Your Warning. Here's one for the bookie boys. You Had Your Warning. Veloci flying. You Had Your Warning wins the money. Veloci second. Photo third. Card Queen and Miss Doopsy. Asia rattled home. Then Faith Hill, Floridays, Betrill. Gilded Wings followed in by Lady Viola. Further away Perfect Halo, and then came Larius. Danacia did it tough. Second last Sophisticat, and Gwendolyn, well, I don't know. There may have been excuses for her. She seemed to jump in a line, and then no sooner had they gone 50. Whether she got squeezed up, I don't know. She dropped back to last, and she's ultimately finished Stone Motherless last. And accordingly, a fortune has gone down the drain in the shape of bets. Number 13. You Had Your Warning. Corey Brown for John Hawkes, and first up since the 10th of October. Best known as a horse seemingly over a middle journey, but sprinted well fresh. And the Warning mare from Yum Jardid has been able to score. $20.80 and $4.40. Veloci at $7.90. And you'll find Card Queen will be third, number 8, and has run third, and she's paid a dividend of $2.30. Number 7 was fourth, and that was Miss Doopsy. And we're waiting on the 5th and 6th. 13, 11, 8 and 7. 13, You Had Your Warning, C. Brown for John Hawkes. 11, second, Veloci, ridden by Rob Thompson, and has paid $7.90. And trained by Graham Begg. A number 8 third, Card Queen, ridden by Glenn Collis, has paid $2.30. 7, 4th, 5th and 6th to follow.
Well, we have a bit of a punter's blowout result, but a horse, when you finally, with hindsight, look back at the form, 4 Goes First Up, had been placed 4 times, although not winning. And, wow, that adds something to her value. A Warning mare, one of the super silines from Northern Hemisphere, getting some black type behind her name. and Corey Brown rides for John Hawkes. Very deep girth mare, as you can see. Well, the rich Adelaide Magic Millions Classic is not too far away. $328,000 set weights race. Of course, their big sales kicking off on Monday and Tuesday of next week. Money for Wyndham Glory, who's the Rory's Jester colt prepared by Tony McAvoy. Won the Fulham Park Plate by 6 lengths on debut. Ran into Bella Spree in the Maribyrnong. Ran 4th on that occasion and ran a second to Cool Trent, a horse who's gone on to be Magic Millions placed and placed subsequently. Good crowd in, as you can see, at Cheltenham. Eagle Farm confirming those dividends. Michael Carl, Matt Tremble combined with Lord Rustic to beat City Mission and Flying Sparks. We're getting serious at Caulfield now with the big races not too far away. A check of the ratings on the next race on the card, and It's Platonic is the one which tops the ratings from Bush Padre and Delirious. So 3 on top from 1, 5 and 7. Market looks this way for the next on the program, which is the Group 2 Carlton Carline Cup. And Nash Rawiller aboard Delirious, which has come in for some support. A check over the page. Number 9, Panoramic Lad is not running, but the second mortgage is. It's at $11. Destruction Point at $26. Well, Nash Rawiller has an interesting ride in the form of Delirious. It was unplaced its most recent start, a winner 2 runs back. Now Nash with Alf Matthews.
Nash, I didn't think Delirious had a lot of luck at Flemington last start in the Manifold.
Yeah, definitely, Alf. I mean, he jumped probably a good half length in front, and he's the sort of horse that you can't bustle, and just never had quite enough horse early to get across and sort of get a posse, and by the time he found his feet, he sort of kicked up and posted us 3 wide. And I thought the way he sort of fought on in the straight was full of merit. He probably didn't get a lot of room either going to the line. Today he's drawn 1, and he's going to get a nice cushy run, and if he can just have a last crack at him, he's going to be very hard to beat.
And the extra 200 metres should suit today because he has won over further.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, it's probably only going back 6 weeks ago. He's won over the 1800, and David's sort of given him a freshen up, and probably wouldn't have had to do a lot with him in between runs for this one either. So the horse is going to be feeling well, and you know, on his day, he's up to a race like this.
Yeah, certainly is. Prince Rubiton, are there any concerns about him? Because his dead track form, even though he's won on it, your thoughts? And he's drawn barrier 1.
Yeah, it's a bit of a concern because probably the day I won on him here, the track, they were getting a lot more footing. Today it's quite shifty on top. It's probably similar to how it was at Flemington, and he just didn't like it at all. So that's my only concern.
Yeah, well, you've got 2 nice rides. Good luck.
Thanks, Alf.
Nash Rawiller, and well, he has got 2 very nice rides. The upcoming event, he rides Delirious, unlucky last start, and then of course Prince Rubiton might be a bit of a query the way the track is.
There's your top 8 in betting as we check them out parading. Bush Padre is hoping to seal a berth to Singapore for their international invitation on March the 1st. There he is, the son of Reading, resumed with a second in the Manifold Stakes. Number 2 is Market Price. And this Tony McAvoy prepared mare is having its second run back from a spell. It's got great second up credentials. It shows up at $5.90, has won 10 of 32, has won 2 of 6 this track. Importantly, he's won 5 of 10 the distance. 3 is It's Platonic, who won the Manifold, its most recent start. Karen McAvoy, again in the saddle, has won 10 starts of 22 thus far. And that is the 3 on screen at $7.93.10. Unplaced 2 goes at Caulfield. Number 4 is Rain Gauge, well drawn today. George Hanlon prepared, second up, unplaced both its second up runs. 5 is Delirious. A Caulfield listed winner 2 runs back. Great record this track, and had no luck in the Manifold, its most recent start. Mr Tanzania is number 6. Lulu Ciani prepared, beaten just over 2 lengths in the Manifold. 7 is Piper Star, the Roger James prepared runner, and was a Flemington winner a couple of runs back. From there, 8 Skin Jete. Mick Price is the trainer. Lovely looking horse. 3rd at Flemington behind Bun Fight. That was its second run back from a spell. It's only had 12 starts, 7 wins. 9 is out. 10 is the Second Mortgage. Mike Moroney trains. Second up from a spell's got nice second up form. Stayer as it steps up in journey. 11 is Destruction Point. And a last start Caulfield winner, Hannah Gilligan, the trainer. All-time high, number 12, Russell Cameron prepared. It's been a while since this mare's been in form, but she has won $400,000. And finally, Go Quillo. To come will prepared, who won at Flemington 2 runs back, beaten 1.5 lengths in the Manifold. Gee, Market Price has got some strong credentials, second up from a spell. 5 starts, 2 wins and 2 minors. But importantly, this is one of our features around Australia today, the Adelaide Magic Millions, as we head trackside.
Train went past and bipped the horn right near the start, but the 2-year-olds are unaffected. Here's Hydrometer coming forward. This horse is being vetted at the start. I speak of Magravine. Threw itself down on the yard, the filly. Dale Smith uninjured. Venture Dame comes forward. Snowblast walking up. It's Houdini, drawn 14 to come in next. In goes Magravine. It's Houdini's ready. Flawed Logic goes up. And we wait on Milkshake. Wyndham Glory's gone off in barrier 1. First up for a long time. He hasn't raced for 14 weeks or 13 weeks, this horse. Now Milkshake comes forward and they're just about set for a start. Ready to run. Anacard is in. Snowblast leaning on the back of the stall. Standwell ready to go. Rachel's Pride being G'd up. Wyndham Glory giving trouble. The rider not aboard. Simon Price has been backed out. Wyndham Glory is being vetted. So Wyndham Glory undergoing a vet. Here's some news coming through. If I can get this phone off the hook. Goodness me. Hello. Okay, thank you, Graham. Number 1 undergoing a vet's examination. That is Wyndham Glory. Carried on in the gates. Beautiful type of colt. He's the record holder at Victoria Park for 900 metres. Set 3 ago in the Fulham Park Plate. Vet having a look now. Wyndham Glory being trotted around. Milkshake was very towy going out onto the track. Galloped high on the outside of the course and then had a good look at the 1450 metre start point before the rider managed to trot Milkshake to the start. Now Wyndham Glory, Price back aboard. Tense moment here for quite a few of these youngsters. He's very towy, Wyndham Glory. Barrier 1. Brought Corps Commander undone in the previous. Just stood there, the horse. Huge performance by Noble Wind. Came from last at the 250 metre mark in a 1,000 metre event. Anacard rears his stablemate Wyndham Glory. Set for the millions. Sales commencing Monday and Tuesday. They're off now in the Magic Millions. Wyndham Glory away fast from the inside with Flawed Logic. Rachel's Pride, Red La Belle, Milkshake straight away into a good position. Followed by Snowblast, Dark Horizon getting back. Anacard on the outside of Free Hill. Followed by Magravine and off the track Venture Dame. 2 away Hydrometer from We Will Rock You. And last It's Houdini will need to be from there. It's about 15 off the lead past the 800. Wyndham Glory a half to Rachel's Pride, who's 4 lengths in front of the others. Snowblast moving around Flawed Logic from Red La Belle. Then Milkshake, who's near the inside, sticking to the rails. Then came Dark Horizon, Venture Dame improving sharply. Free Hill, followed by Anacard. Fairway back, Hydrometer coming into it now. Off the track, making the corner, It's Houdini. And back nearer the inside, coming around the turn, Magravine. Wyndham Glory, a half in front of Rachel's Pride from Dark Horizon, Red La Belle. Then Snowblast, Flawed Logic. Then Milkshake, and further back out wider on the track, We Will Rock You, Hydrometer. Rachel's Pride, Wyndham Glory. Red La Belle down the outside. Here's Milkshake letting go. In front now is Wyndham Glory. On the outside, Rachel's Pride. And Milkshake storming home with Red La Belle. Milkshake hit the lead. This is the best Milkshake these owners will ever buy. Milkshake won the millions, running away by 3. Second, Rachel's Pride. Wyndham Glory in a photo for third with Red La Belle. Close up, Hydrometer, We Will Rock You, Flawed Logic. And then came It's Houdini, Never In It from Dark Horizon, Anacard. Further back, Snowblast. Well back, Magravine with Free Hill and Venture Dame. Milkshake. Add Malt. What a run. Milkshake wins the millions by Encosta de Lago out of Burbazam Lass in a time of 1:13 and 73, raced by J. Petch, J. Maycock, D. Dragojevic, M. Everest, M. Woodburn, D. Ficino, the Lucrativa Syndicate managed by I. Kerville, G. Reynolds, Mrs. J. Little and E. Demek. A big group of owners who have obviously just put a few dollars in each, and they've taken $228,000 with a marvellous millions winner. What a performance by Milkshake, and a great ride by Peter Mertens from barrier 7, able to put the colt into a winning position early. The speed was good, set by Wyndham Glory, who just couldn't see the trip. First up over 1250. Gee, Rachel's Pride was a run. Rachel's Pride's run second. The filly ridden by David O'Hare for Joe Hall. The winner's trained by Colin Little at Caulfield. Third is one Wyndham Glory, Simon Price for Tony McAvoy. 4, 11, 1, 10. 4, 11, 1 and 10 on the fourth in 1:13.73. Home there in 35.06. The millions for 2001 is over, and Milkshake wins it.
By one of the hottest young sires in Australian breeding in Costa del Lago. Big news from Caulfield. Andrew Bensley, what's the latest?
Yes, we're down here with Des Gleeson, the chairman of stewards, and Des is going to tell us about Northerly. Des, I'll just get you to turn around to our camera up there, mate. Tell us in regard to Northerly, the horse has had a small incident just in the last 15-20 minutes.
Well, that's right, Andrew. Mr. Kersley did approach me after the previous race and said the horse had reared over in the parade ring, had been spooked. He did not had a couple of abrasions. The veterinary surgeon, Dr. O'Callaghan, and Dr. Hazard have checked him out. They said the horse is not sore, he's free in his action, and they've passed him fit to start. However, they will have another look at him at the barrier prior to the race. The horse also shifted a plate and needed to be replated, and that's been done without incident.
So at this stage, the horse will run, but he'll be looked at again when they get to the barrier for the Ore.
Yes, Andrew, he's been passed fit to run, but as a precaution, he'll be checked again at the barrier.
All right, thanks a lot, Des.
Good.
Des Gleeson, chairman of stewards here for Racing Victoria. We're going to catch up with Lee Freedman in just a moment, but I reckon Elf Matthews will have some late mail.
Thanks very much, Andrew. Number 1, Bush Padre, I'll put on top here. Look, I just think this horse is the most adaptable in this race. You've seen him in the past. He can race forward, he can race back, he can race midfield. Tough competitor, looks very, very well. I like him. Damien Oliver on fire. His run in the Manifold was terrific, was finishing his race off very well indeed. I'm putting him on top. Ahead of number 2, Market Price. Drawn the 3, will probably get back. Very strong on the line the other day, well held and had no room whatsoever. She was the unlucky runner in that race, there's no question about that. Looks very good. Second up form is very good. Number 5, Delirious. He was the horse in the Manifold that was forced to cover a great deal of ground, as Nash Rawiller did indicate in his pre-race interview there. Looks very well. He's made headway out of that race. There's no question about that either. Number 7, Piper Start, drawn awkwardly. I would like to think they will push forward from barrier 11 and looks very well. Been racing well for a long time in Melbourne and very